At the beginning of the film, we see Taizhou, who lives an extremely disciplined life. He likes to do everything with perfection. For example, every morning he only eats a 135-calorie breakfast, keeps everything in his house in its proper place, and even removes tiny lint from his suit. His obsession with perfection had become an illness. But he doesn't see it that way, because this disciplined lifestyle has helped him get ahead in life, especially in his job. He's an agent at IS, South Korea's largest security agency. Along with all this, he has a particular hatred for all kinds of animals. One day, when he was with a man and his dog, the dog bit Taeju on the face, and while apologizing, the owner smeared pee all over his face. His face felt a little better after he got to the office, when his colleague congratulated him in advance on his promotion. After that, everyone was called for an important meeting. In the meeting, they found out that a VIP from China was coming, and they would have to arrange for his security. This event was organized to celebrate 25 years of good relations between China and Korea, and any kind of trouble would not be tolerated. It turns out that the VIP isn't a person, but a panda named Ming Ming. Even though Taizhou hates animals, he volunteers for the job so that he can secure his promotion. On the day of the event, Taizhou had made tight security arrangements. Several military dogs were also called in to make sure nothing went wrong at the event. Taizhou met his junior, Gent Crony, who had just returned from New Zealand. To impress him, Crony showed Taizhou a pen that could shut down all electrical devices within a 100-mile radius for a short time. Crony wasn't really a Daikai, but his luck was so bad that he always managed to mess something up wherever he went. So Taizhou took the pen from him and told him to just stay in his place. A little while later, the program started and Ming Ming came on stage. Everyone was very happy to see her and started taking her pictures. But just then, some thugs attacked the place. They had brought smoke bombs with them. They threw those smoke bombs onto the stage, causing chaos everywhere. Ming Ming also got scared and ran away from there. Crony saw all this and started chasing after her in a golf cart that was right behind her. But just then, those thugs shot Ming Ming with tranquilizer darts and put her in the car. Taiji tried to stop them, but the thugs threw a smoke bomb at him and slipped away. Before he could chase after them, Crony rammed into him with his golf cart. When he fell, his head hit the rope hard. Before losing consciousness, he saw a military dog coming toward him. The dog asked him, "So you're sleeping even during an emergency?" The whole department runs because of us dogs. When Taiju regained consciousness, he found himself at home, wearing a collar around his neck. He found out that the NIS had released a statement saying that yesterday's event was just a training exercise, so that nothing like that would happen during a real incident. But this was just a way to hide the news of Ming Ming's abduction from the media. Taiju left home to go to the office, but in the elevator, he ran into the same dog again, the one that had been on his face. But today, he could actually understand what the dog was saying. The dog was talking to itself, saying that if it got another chance today, it would be great. It could relieve itself right on his face again. He quickly went to a shop and bought some good food and a few medicines, thinking that maybe he had fallen ill. But he was truly shocked when, in the pet section, a mouse asked him to buy it, and the joke sitting in the container next to it started saying, "Forget him, take me instead. I'm really great, and there's a 500 rupee discount on me too." Taiju quickly ran away from there. When he reached the office, he heard the fish swimming in the tank laughing at him. Just yesterday, he was dreaming of a promotion. Today, he might even lose his job. Startled, Taiju asked his boss if he was being fired. His boss replied that he was one of their best agents. Why would they ever fire him? But when the fish just wouldn't stop, Taiju shouted at them loudly. Everyone started looking at him in confusion. He told his director that he could understand what animals were saying. The director thought that the injury on his head had affected him deeply and told him to take a few days off. From the office, Taiju went straight to the zoo where the fake panda was kept. This panda was none other than Crony, who had been left there in a costume so that no one would get suspicious. While Taiju and Crony were talking, Crony accidentally set his costume on fire. After that, he had to be taken to the hospital. When Taiji was returning home, a female gorilla called him over and said she knew where the VIP panda could be found and that she would give him this information in exchange for a magazine. Taiju gives her a National Geographic magazine in which she admires pictures of sexy gorillas. Then she tells Taiju about Kutekeb, who remembers the kidnapper's scent. If he can find him, he can lead them to the people who kidnapped Mingming. That night, he went to an abandoned house where he was telling some animals stories of his bravery, like how he saved the lives of many soldiers in Serbia. When they saw Taiju, they attacked her. But he distracted them by throwing food in front of them and ran away with it. On the way home, Taiju asked about the naked neighbors, and taking advantage of the situation, he said he doesn't come on an empty stomach. They came to Taiju's house, where they started running around playfully. Meanwhile, Taiju was following behind, erasing his paw prints as he went. The next morning, when Taiju saw his house messy for the first time, he started scolding him for it. But just then, his daughter Xiaoyan arrived there with her 2 friends. After her mother passed away, there was a lot of tension in the relationship between Xiaoyan and Taiju. Because of his dangerous job, the 2 of them don't even live together. Today is his daughter's birthday, and Taiju had promised her a nice party. But seeing the mess in the house, she realized that her father had forgotten her birthday. But as soon as she saw him, she was happy, thinking at least her dad had changed a little. Taiju didn't want to upset her by telling her the truth, so he stayed quiet. After that, they went to a park where she played with Seo all day. In the evening, after she left, the nearby fireworks reminded him of the time when he was in Serbia. After that, he felt a bit sad. When Taiju asked him about it, he said that he still clearly remembers the scent of the person who killed his mistress in Serbia. And this is the same man who kidnapped that VIP panda. He remembered the time when he was trying to locate a bomb with his mistress, Sohee. But just then, a man standing at a distance detonated it. So he died in that explosion. He attacked that man, but couldn't stop him, though he did find out that the man had a prosthetic leg. And then, the day those kidnappers came to abduct Samming, he smelled that same scent again after hearing the dog's sad story. Thais felt really bad for her and started playing with her to cheer her up. Meanwhile, Ming refuses to eat anything except bamboo. So the kidnappers brought some bamboo for her from a farm. The next day, Santa took Thais to that same bamboo farm. They asked the farm owner's pet goat about the kidnappers, which led them to find out about the kidnappers' vehicle. After a bit more investigation, they began to suspect Mansik, the founder of a biotech company. As soon as he saw his picture, he recognized him and said, "This is the one who kidnapped Mingming." They went to his company's headquarters and found out that he was about to start a new project in which he wanted to use the genes of a panda to create a new species that humans could keep as pets. And that's probably why he had Mingming kidnapped. Taiju attacked Mansik and his bodyguards, arrested him, and took him to the police station. But by mistake, she left him behind. The station director asked Taiju on what grounds he had arrested Mansik and brought him there. But how could he explain that a dog had told him all this? Their investigation revealed that Mansik wasn't even in Korea at the time of the kidnapping, and for attacking and arresting a man without evidence, Taiju was removed from his job. As soon as he was released from the NSI headquarters, Mansik went straight to the people he had hired to kidnap Mingming. We found out that a terrorist named Dmitry had kidnapped Mingming. The confusion happened because Dmitry was wearing a high-tech mask of Mansik's face. In exchange for kidnapping that panda, he had made Mansik create capsules that, if given to someone, could be detonated remotely using a device. Mansik had followed him there. After hearing their conversation, he understood the whole truth. He went to Mingming and reassured him, saying that someone would definitely come to save him. After that, he ran to Taiju's house, rang the bell, and asked him to open the door. But Taiju didn't trust him at all anymore because he was the reason Taiju lost his job. The military took him away from there, and it was decided that he would be executed for not following orders. When she came back to meet the CEO, she found out that Thais had left her. Seeing his daughter upset, Taiju decided to save her. He went to the military's dog shelter and saved her life. Thais took her to the warehouse where the kidnappers had kept Minging. There they also found Crony, who had lost his way while talking. Taiju knew that if he was taken inside, he would be killed. So he firmly told him to stay outside. Tai quietly entered the warehouse, and with an electric gun, Taiju took down many terrorists. A fight broke out between Dmitry and him. Dmitry was about to kill him, but at the last moment, someone arrived and saved his life. They quickly escaped with Mingming, climbed up the hill, and poured the barrels kept there down towards the terrorists who were chasing them. Crony also went down along with one of the barrels. The 3 of them ran all night and reached a highway. Seizing the opportunity, they boarded a bus where Thais pretended that Mingming was a person wearing a costume. Meanwhile, at the warehouse, the boss was furious because the psychic panda had disappeared. But when he spoke disrespectfully to Dimitri, the terrorists forced him to swallow an explosive capsule and locked him in a room. Actually, Dimitri's real plan was to make Mingming swallow a capsule and then send him back. Because soon, the panda was going to attend an event where top leaders from China and Korea would also be present, and he wanted to use that capsule to kill them. After the terrorists left, there was a massive explosion in the warehouse, which meant that the capsule they had made the psychic swallow had exploded. Zhu invited the NIS director to his house. He introduced him to Mingming. All the animals he had talked to so far were present in his house. They safely put Mingming in the car and took him to the event. A strange smell starts to go. He was walking while listening to it when suddenly Dimitri's men came and took him away. Taiju saw them but couldn't stop them. He went home and told the parrot to look for him. Dimitri force feeds all the military dogs those explosive capsules because they will also be present at the event, so now Dimitri will use all of them as bombs. The program started and the leaders of both countries met each other. But when Mingming came on stage to perform, Dimitri started the countdown from his phone. The dogs were released, causing chaos among the people. Because the doors were locked from the outside, everyone was trapped inside. Just before the capsules exploded, Taisakrin Ike went over and pressed the button on his pen. This shut down all the electronic devices present there. All the capsules remained inside the dog's stomachs. Dimitri tries to escape from there, but while being chased, he gets seriously injured in the fight. Dimitri was about to kill him when Thais jumped in between, and the bullet hit Taisu. The next day, when he woke up in the hospital, he found out he was in an animal hospital. He went to visit him, but Hale had already died. Both father and daughter hugged each other and started crying. But then the doctor came and told him that he was just sleeping. In the final scene, we see that for his bravery, the NIS director honors him with a medal.